made up thing.
Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the Social Tea here. I'm here to talk about all things social, including celebrity news, reality shows, what's going on in pop culture and in the world today. I'll even have little vlogs and things about myself on here. All things stated here are alleged and are my opinion only. Again, I'll say it for the people in the far back of the room. All things said here are alleged and are my opinion only. So with that being said, let's push forward and get into it. Ah, boy. This past week has been a lot in these social media streets. It's so much I can't even keep up. I mean, I had 4, 5 videos prepared to edit and put out there, and then we have new tea, new information coming out. So if anybody was watching Bravo last night, we saw the conclusion of season 7 reunion. Part 3 came on, and when I say Candace ate, she got everybody on that reunion together. I'm a Candace fan. I will say her mouth, it's a lot. And I hashtag her the wordsmith, but I will say this. People are mad at Candace because they can't keep up with her. They can't crack back with her. When she spits something out, they have nothing. They're not as quick. They're not as witty or quick with it. So they get upset with her. But I will be coming out with that defamation video with Ashley Darby husband, Michael Darby. He's suing her for $2 million. But like I said, she got everybody together on that couch, except for Wendy and Karen. She got everybody together on the reunion. Too many lies were told this season. Nobody really lived out their truth on camera. Candace lived out her truth. I will say Wendy lived out her truth. I will even say the little bit that we did see from Karen, she lived out her truth. Mia did, but Mia is just a liar. But this new tea, the new tea is that Katie roasts the OG housewife. She's not on the show anymore. And Charrisse Jackson, which she's a friend of the show now, but started out as a housewife. Katie came out and said that her and Charrisse slept together. I'm stunned. That came from left field. I don't know what to say. But I will say I am a housewife watcher from season 1. Real Housewives of Potomac. I've been watching since season 1, since the inception of this show. And this is wild. That's crazy. So yeah, Katie's now saying that her and Charrisse slept together. As of an hour ago, the Jasmine brand, which is a pop culture magazine, online magazine, came out with an article. The Potomac drama is certainly brewing. Former Real Housewife of Potomac star Katie Rose took to social media over the weekend, which I said this past week has been crazy with all this tea from all these shows brewing. But anyway, took to social media over the weekend to stir the pot, accusing former castmate Charrisse Jackson of paying an internet blogger to defame her. According to the 42-year-old Charrisse Jackson, 57, allegedly hired the blogger to discuss the two women's alleged hookup. Katie Rose claimed that to the knowledge of several Bravo employees, she and Charrisse Jackson lied about having a sex encounter so that her castmate could receive her pending divorce settlement from her then estranged husband, Eric Jordan. And if any of you guys remember, on the first few seasons of Potomac, Charrisse was a regular housewife and she was going through a separation and a divorce from her husband. He lived in, I think, a totally another different state, and she stayed in the DMV area, which I am from. I currently live in Baltimore, so I'm familiar with the area. So yeah, her and her husband were estranged. Speaking on the situation, Katie Rose wrote, maybe next season, she wrote this on Twitter, maybe next season on Real Housewives of Potomac, they will ask Charrisse Jordan about the night we had sex and I lied for her so she could get her settlement. Maybe I'm not bitter, just saying. Or maybe she is so entertaining we will all be amazed as ever, never. Shortly after this post, internet users were quick to begin shaming Rose for seemingly outing her former co-star. However, the entertainer fired back, admit that she didn't out anyone. She says, I never outed anyone. That's a term used in the past when people were ashamed of their sexuality. I protected my friend, but yeah, I don't lie. I told my executive producer also, I don't lie. It's the truth. And I will say this about Katie, because like I said, I've been watching Real Housewives of Potomac since day one. He is a little eccentric, and it seemed like when she was on the show, she really never got her shit together. But one thing I will say about her, she really never lied. So when this came out, I was like, so this makes sense. So maybe Charrisse was getting on Karen this whole past season because she probably knew that Karen knew her tea. That could be why. Okay, reversely, Rose claims that it was actually Jackson who spoke about their affair first to an internet blogger who is allegedly on her payroll. Yeah, a lot of these celebs got bloggers like myself on their payroll. I'm a small blogger, hoping they become a big blogger, but yeah, a lot of these bloggers have their a lot of these celebs have these go-to bloggers that they go to make them look good in the limelight, especially if you have a lot of views on your YouTube page, your Instagram page, you have a lot of followers. Yeah, that's known in these internet streets. Again, let me go back to what Katie Rose said. Reversely, Katie Rose claims that it was actually Jackson who spoke about their affair first to an internet blogger who is allegedly on her payroll. Rose insinuated as much after one user highlighted her previous comment about cleaning something up, writing, I don't lie. I did it for a friend to help her, but in general, I come clean and correct. Try it out. Rose's recent claims could be in a reaction to her current cold standings with the network. As we previously reported, this is the Jasmine brand that I'm reading from, the reality star is looking to return to Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all need to let her back on the show. Let her back on the show. And has already reached out to Andy Cohen. Rose lost her job after lashing out at Cohen and Bravo execs for excluding her from season 2 reunion. I think, Bravo got their favorites. Let's just be honest. Bravo has their favorites when it comes to most of their shows, especially these Real Housewives shows. They have their favorites. But I will say, when Katie Rose was on the show, she did give her real life. As we know now, she went to rehab and she's going through, getting herself together in regards to her sobriety and not being hooked on whatever substance she was hooked on. But I say, hey, give her another chance. It's she gave her real life. I mean, let's just be honest. We have Robyn who completely lied about her and Juan. He's been caught so many times messing around. Karen had that tea and didn't even say nothing. Not really. She said, Juan messing with a blonde chick, but he was really out here cheating and Robyn didn't say anything. Not at all. We have Mia going through her situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are not on these reality shows telling their lives. And let's just be honest, these shows, I'm thinking that, okay, we have the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not sure about the ratings, which I have to do that research, but it seems like the Real Housewives of Atlanta wasn't the first Real Housewives show, but it really put Real Housewives on the map. And then, with Real Housewives of Potomac, I'm thinking Real Housewives of Potomac is coming right after Real Housewives of Atlanta. So these ladies get paid thousands. Some of these housewives get paid millions of dollars to tell their life. And then you don't tell your life. And then we have to hear it in magazines or on blogs. Like, us, the bloggers and the viewers, we feel cheated. We sat and watched this show for a whole season and come to find out that you didn't even spill your whole life. Like, yeah, some of these people need to be demoted. They need to add new people who are willing to really tell their life. But I say, yeah, Katie Rose, put her back on the show. Completely put her back on the show. Demote some of these people or get rid of them. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you next time. Dinner made up.